last night was a little different. I had some folks ask me if I could take Lady to the hospital because she's having a baby. So I did. I did not take her all the way to the hospital, though. She just wanted to go to her mom's house and have her mom take her to the hospital, which is all right. Between having me at the hospital and having her mom at the hospital, it's probably a little better that she has her mom there. I don't really get along with most of the people in this town. Not by choice. Just Western Nebraska is not very forgiving of people who are different. Now, whether or not you like me or not is pretty much arbitrary. If you're having a baby, I'm going to do my best to make sure that you have a healthy baby. I let this lady know I was told that I just needed to take her to the hospital and drop her off. That's irresponsible. That would be dropping a pregnant lady off without any way to get home, without transportation. I mean, I'm sure that she get all that or whatever, but I let her know that if I took her to the hospital, I would stick around as long as she needed me there. I'm glad I didn't have to take her, of course. Um, I really hope that the baby comes out safe and healthy. And, well, that's the most important thing for me. Now, friendship has very little to do with what I do. The reason for that is because if you're my best friend and you're beating or molesting your kids, I'm gonna fucking tell on you. Plain and simple. I grew up in hell. I'm not gonna deal with that shit. Or rather, I will deal with that shit. But this isn't a case of child abuse. This is a case of a woman having a baby. The important thing to remember about that is that it's a baby. A baby ain't done no wrong. That baby ain't gonna come into this world doing any wrong. Now, whether she had the baby yet or not, I don't know. Um, I really don't know what else to say on the subject. I was up pretty late. My hair's messed up, obviously. I haven't taken a shower quite yet this morning. I think it's still morning. Yep, 10:55. It's still in the morning. So I guess let's just hope the baby comes out safely. Let's hope that the mother is also safe through the pregnancy. I mean, nearly all of us have had friends who have died in childbirth or shortly thereafter. So we're looking for the positive side. We're hoping for the best. But then again, you always got to prepare for the worst. If you're not prepared, you're screwed. Chance favors the prepared mind. When I was homeless, we used to have a saying: there's no such thing as bad weather, just bad gear. Reason for that is because if it's snowing outside and you're out there in a t-shirt and flip-flops, well, you're not prepared for the weather. You need to layer up. If you layer up, you decrease your chances of freezing to death. Of course, if you put on too many layers, you start to sweat, and then you increase your chances of freezing to death. So pay attention to how many layers you're using. It's called climate control. It's better to have 2 of these and a few shirts underneath and a jacket on top of that in bad weather than it is to have just a big overstuffed puffy down jacket. See, there's something I can do with my shirt here. I can tuck it into my pants here, and that helps stop the wind from going through. If I've got a couple of larger hoodies, and then I've got a smaller hoodie on the outside, it actually traps air in between the folds and creates insulation. You can always take a layer off, but if you don't have it, you don't have it. You don't have a layer to put on you. Now, I was freaked out a little bit last night. She was holding a towel, right, on her shoulder like this. It was folded in half. I have a towel here I can show you with. Anyway, the way she was holding it, here, we'll use my unicorn hat. The way she was holding it was like this. So when I was told I was taking her to the hospital, I'm like, are we taking a baby to the hospital? Well, it was just a towel. It wasn't a baby. I don't know. I guess there isn't really anything more important to say on the subject. I just figured I'd share my evening or a small part of it. If I had taken her to the hospital, it wouldn't be the first time I'd taken someone from here to the hospital in Sydney so they could have a baby. And again, family, right? Family is important. Maybe you got a great relationship with your parents or your siblings. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're trying to repair it. Maybe you're not. But if you're having a baby, you should probably go to the hospital. If you got to ask people that you don't like, I'm sorry that it's that way. If you got to ask family that you don't like, I'm sorry that it's that way. Obviously, I'm aware that that's not my fault. Anything that's between you and your siblings or you and your family, that's obviously between you guys. Unless you make it my business. If you come over to my house and you say, hey, this person's molesting my kids, or this person raped me, or whatever the case may be, I'm on your side and I'm in your corner until you give me a reason not to be. And even then, I've been told that I forgive too easily. Well, if you show some remorse, why wouldn't I forgive you? Anyway, the name of this video is Babies. Obviously, there's more than one pregnant person in Chapel, Nebraska right now. Always is. Not a whole lot of pregnancy in the high school, though, because there just aren't very many kids in the school now. There were, I want to say, 27 kids in my graduating class. Now there's like 32 kids in the whole school, I was told. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't go to the school. I don't have any reason to go there. I don't have any kids of my own. I don't have any kids in high school here. This is what I get for making a video right after I wake up. Y'all have a good day and be safe. Keep each other safe. You may not think of yourself as your brother's keeper, but you're going to miss the hell out of him when he's gone. So you might want to be your brother's keeper.